Those who have participated in this program, who will get Mukono to Balabeko, but graduate. Yes. That is good. You have been empowered. Baba wadene kids save your nanga mwe. Please mugende mukolo mulimu omulungi. These people travel all the way long distances to come because of their love for Africa. Baba malok tusomesa, please go and engage even others. Musomese na abalala. Don't be selfish. Open up. This work is very important. Abantu banji bafazi you have seen every day. Mwe bodaboda ezamwe awali abetuga mutukawo awali abafa abagudde muliro abagudde mu buugi abagudde mu chai abamenyese abobuwebenje. You are watching every day. So what is your duty? Your duty is not only to make money and ride, but is even to save lives. Without lives, then you have no customers or passengers to carry. And that is the essence of this training. These 225, we want to see them doing work day and night. You watch every day accidents in Gazugwa. How do you save? How do you carry? How do you do every training or care that is required to save lives? Net trauma. Trauma ndoze muntu asigala nga alina ekimunyiga buli kiseera nga gati Katonda wange kino kyanzijira olwa kino tukijja tutya mu bwongo omuntu addemu buto okukola ng'awulira nti yes kino nakiyitamu, but there is life to continue.
Of these 11 first responders sharing their contacts with the relevant stakeholders, including the office of the DHO, all in charges of health facilities must have their contacts. Chairperson is LC1, and of course also the office of the Chief Administrative Officer and the Chairperson LC5. We should share these contacts, almost everybody, so that in case of emergencies, they can respond. We need the office of the District Health Officer to team up with the traffic team, and also the Community Development Officer and in charges of health sub-districts and the Principal Medical Officer are in charge of the municipality to continue with the technical support supervision to see exactly what is happening down there at community level.
Sulaiman, Chairman Bodaboda Mukono Central Division. I'm going to use a little English because I'm not qualified enough and I don't know English fluently, so let me try. Mukono Central Division Bodaboda Cyclist Association, 15th July 2022. Voice of thanks. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the management and staff of Vision for Trauma Care in Africa, in conjunction with the administration of Mukono District, for a commendable job well done of training our Bodaboda Cyclist Association in Mukono. Our first aid and trauma care for a period of 3 weeks. And on my behalf, we the cyclists here in Mukono Central Division are very grateful for this opportunity given to us and promise to continue making a difference in our local community and the Bodaboda service here in Mukono around and Mukono. I also take this opportunity to thank you for the facilitation during this training, the first kits, and also the reflector jackets given to all our trainees.
My name is Muwaga Hannington. I'm the Country Director Vision for Trauma Care in Africa. I'm the team member Coalition African team advocating for road safety. Vision for Trauma Care in Africa, it is a multidisciplinary organization which is doing its work voluntarily, and we are looking at advocating for road safety, how best can somebody manage trauma cases, and advocating for emergency medical services at all levels within the country. So we are looking at optimizing or saving lives and ensuring optimal trauma care to all victims, and also supporting the survivors of these trauma accidents, trauma victims. Vision for Trauma Care in Africa, with engagement with the first responders who are our friends, and the district, the local district, Mukono district, we have had this training within Mukono Municipality to train the lay people, the Bodabodas, on how best they can do. They can manage the trauma victims, the accidents victims, on how best they evacuate these people, on how can they splint fractures, assess the airway as they transport the patient to the nearest facilities. So we have trained 225 participants in this project. We are looking at training more as we get more service and people to join us on team. What compelled us after doing a baseline survey, we found out that many of our patients, the victims, the casualties, the way they present to the nearby facilities, those ones who handle for accidents, we have found out that most of them reach at the hospital with secondary injuries. And this happens how somebody has been evacuated from the scene of accident to the hospital. So we looked at and we saw it that these are the Bodaboda guys who are doing the good work. So we trained them, let us empower them, let us train them. So that we can see how best they can help us and reduce the mortality rate and the disability among the youths. These ones who have attended their training, we have given them the first aid kits. With the first aid kits, we'll have a splint, a crepe bandage, a gauze, surgical braids, a towel which can help you in sprinting in case somebody gets a cervical injury. We have given them a pen, and even in that first aid, there are some emergency contacts for the ambulances. In case somebody has to reach for an ambulance for evacuation, in case maybe somebody can't transport that patient, they can help. So we are given also first aid kits, reflectors, and different things are contained. We have trained them on how to use them. Yes. Yeah, we are looking at also engaging the traffic officers, being that traffic officers, these are the immediate people who are reached by the Bodabodas in case there is an accident. So we see it important that also we should also carry them on board and have them trained, acquire skills on how best they can handle emergencies in case it happens.
Yes, you also said that in a way of evacuating the casualties, most of the people who attend to them, they instead make the injuries more, worse. Yes, also elaborate more on that.
Yeah, we have found out that most of these people who evacuate, who are always at a scene, you always observe somebody, instead of helping somebody, is taking a picture, is enjoying the scenario, how this accident has happened. And in most cases, you can find how somebody has been evacuated. Somebody who has got a simple fracture. By the time somebody is handled, if that person is not equipped on how to sprint, on how to assess danger, by the time you realize somebody has got secondary injury and in due course, somebody has lost life. So we look at it as an important initiative. Equip these people with the basics of assessing danger, scene management, and how best can you transfer the patient to the hospital safely.
In his talk, we are teaching these Bodaboda drivers new skills that they otherwise wouldn't have learned. This includes controlling bleeding from a patient, or recognizing the signs and symptoms of a particular emergency trauma incident. We also teach them a little bit about altruism, which is the principle and the practice of moral concern of the well-being of other people, the desire to help them, and with that improves quality of life. We also see that the Bodaboda drivers who are trained and wearing their vests and responding within the communities have a social status improvement. People in the community are respecting them and they're recognizing their importance on the street. We also see a significant amount of customer acquisition improvement. In fact, lay first responders earn approximately 40% more than untrained drivers, In other words, we're seeing that their salaries are increasing. Those Bodaboda drivers who are wearing their vests and willing to help are getting more customers because they're respected, and people are recognizing that these people are willing to help the community, and they're earning more salary.
And be able to effectively provide pre-hospital care. One thing we did find is that the knowledge retention decays after about 6 months. So like Hannington has mentioned, we want to...
So Bodabodas are very busy people, right? As we all know. So we wanted to find ways to keep them engaged and motivated to complete this training, because it was a bit of a long training. So we're really grateful to all of our totes and Bodabodas who took the time to be there and help us with that. So for each training, at the end, each Bodaboda driver was given a reflector vest that says Mukono Bodaboda First Aider on the back. They were given a certificate with their responder ID number and saying that they've successfully completed the course. They were given a free lunch, and then they were also given these first aid kits, which contained gloves to protect themselves, a towel to immobilize the head and neck for any head or neck injuries, some gauze, cotton, crepe bandages, and cardboard splints for bleeding control and fracture splinting, alcohol wipes to clean them, pens, and surgical blades. We also included ambulance numbers in each first aid kit, so if the patient is unconscious or cannot be safely transported on a Bodaboda, the Bodaboda drivers have access to that list of ambulance numbers and have other ways to transport them.
Ene kakwandi yasi.
Obero.
Mbera muno Mukono.
Mukono wa.
Mukono.
Katosi.
Chikoza around there. Ekyamazima maze mu Bodaboda like ngenda mu mwaka gwa 5. Tulina accidents zetusanga like naffe accidents zetukola. Ni kesi ng'osobola oyamba omuntu oyo naye nga bambi tolina kintu kyonna. N'ekirala tubeera ku nguudo okwo like nga ffe ababoda n'osanga oli ng'agudde ne muyamba ne mutwala mu ddwaliro ne babakwatirayo nga mwekulaani. Naye nga ekyamazima muyambye buyambi amutomedde akoze eki adduse okiraba. Kati nga eno project yansanga ku stage era we nawulira nga bagamba basomesa ba bodabodas nasitukiramu nganze nengenda nsome ekintu ekyo. Nze kye nayize okuyamba omuntu like nga abadde afunye accident, nsobola omusiba in case nga abadde amenyese, nsobola kati nina n'enamba ze nsobola okubako eza ambulances ezituli okumpi, era nsobola n'omutwala mu ddwaliro. Baatwadde ne kakaadi okumutwala mu ddwaliro ne batankwatirayo nga bwe kyali baddewa emabega wali nti baali batukwatirayo nti aa bwagenda osasulira muki omulwadde oyo, okitegeera.
Boda. Boda.
No bebanyi bano benyini abazze ba boda era bayina boda.
Bo bayina deni balete.
Chairman Chair. Oni yo boda nga wano tukolote. Baba na ba boda wala bali. Omukyala tugenda kwetu.
Kikijuko kize maaso ga kamera. Naye ono azze maaso ga kamera ntwana.
Uyiro okunoonya gy'okwatira kuba yali mu kusiba tamanyi ky'okukwata. Kutegedde mbwa.
Emmotoka eryete.
Request to look into that issue. Also, we look at those organizations which have the objectives which are similar to us to come on board. It's in pipeline, so it is promising, they are coming on board. I want to thank the health workers from different facilities here, and I have it in this first phase. We have made a conclusion of this first. Thank you so much.
Having kids, you are giving them kids, and what you are giving. Unfortunately, this is coming at the beginning of a new financial. They are very good. It really brought it out very well, and they commend you for that kind of presentation.
Good. From the first point to the last one. Thank you very much. Come.
Neva ku mukono gwenda ku mukono gwange nza mukwagala okuyisa ate abadde ava mu koona mukwagala okuyisa emmotoka mubadde maaso nemuluuzingako balance nemulengera ng'obudde bukyali nenva ku kkubo nenzira ku ttaka naye naasigala nga emmotoka emuwunze kutandika okuba nga agisiba tekyakkiriza paka bwayingidde ku ttaka okumukoona gyansanze.
Vai. Siteriama no naye ya kajaterera ka niga kunywa mulikasi ha owedde
ngambira onagalama ku kigo tubadde tuli awo ne batukubira essimu nti mutabani waffe agudde ku accident abadde ava kunona mwana we ku ssomero ati nenzirika nenzija ngenza okusanga omwana akutuse okugulu ne taata we ng'akuugibwa kutuse okugulu.
So bagambye obuzibu bubadde ku ki?
Obuzibu bagambye nti buvudde ku mmotoka efunye ekizibu ekitumayi kituufu.